So it's the third round of the FA Cup and a league game coming up. So let's hope we can do something because things need to turn around still. We'll get there. So we're about to play Gryf Wojherowo in the third round of the FA Cup. Before we do that, let's do some housekeeping because that's always good. Since we last met, which was the Brookbet Malika game, we beat Wisla Krakow 3-1. This formation seems to be paying a few dividends. See, Keziah Sterling got his first 2 goals to the club, finally learned how to score. Those were his first goals in 12 games. Dankowski got himself on the score sheet as well. Longstaff and Dankowski also picking up some yellow cards. Then we played Lechia and drew. Akira Wright got himself a goal. Artis Soviet scoring the goal against us. Dankowski picked up a knock. Stupienko pulled up with a knock as well. He's not fit to play today. Dankowski could, but he won't be playing. That's kind of the headlines on this one. Arche got given a run out because, why not? I'm even giving Aaron Levy a run out. You can see just how much I've gone searching for ideas for inspiration. Other things that have happened. Thomas Kuszek has decided to retire, which is unfortunate. So did one of our coaches and our player coaches, which was disappointing. We have inconsistent form. We're still the favourites of this team. Gryf Wojherowo are in the same division as our second team, so you'd expect us to do a number on them. This is the starting lineup today. You have Kuszek in goal. Back, who we've seen before, Radoslav Back. He is the right back from the second team. We've called up a couple of times to have a look at him. I'm trying to get his determination up because I think he's the long-term replacement for Dankowski still. Racic and Ragic start as the back two because Israel Puerto has a yellow card. It's a 2 yellow card suspension system, so if he gets booked again, he'll get suspended for the next round. Where in theory, being that it's the quarter-final, we were playing stronger opponents than these ones, assuming we get through, so I want to kind of protect him. So Racic and Ragic in the middle. Piacek plays at left back. Again, Matty Folds was injured. I could have put Stiglitz in there. Piacek, though, he's been really working hard to get more determined, which is very helpful. He's also got really good potential. This feels like a good time to give him a run out and see what he can do for us. He's already played 10 games in the first team. It's not like he's new to the first team scene. He's very much an upcoming star, and because we're probably going to lose Halovnia at the end of the season, and I might well sell Stiglitz, I'm considering it. He may be our first choice left back next season, so we need him to be hitting the ground running, ideally. Vincent starts at the defensive midfield role because the other young lad whose name I've forgotten already, which is terribly professional, and we literally said it 30 seconds ago. Stupienko, he picked up the injury. He's not going to be ready for this game. Might be ready for the next game. So we're going to put Vincent in there. He's the best replacement. He does have a yellow card. He's not someone I'm massively worried about risking as long as I have Stupienko back for the next game. There's also a couple of guys who can switch in there. Ledley can switch in there, for example. Schwerman, Rotaccio, they can all kind of fill in that role. So can Jankovic if I need them to. So Ledley starts alongside Zivilic. Same situation. He's got a yellow card. He's in because Longstaff was about to pick up a second yellow card, and on the balance of things, I'd rather Zivilic get the suspension than Longstaff, despite the fact that Zivilic actually is a slightly more determined player. I say slightly, it's very slightly, but he also doesn't work as hard, so we'll see. Jankovic is starting as the advanced playmaker behind Wright and Sterling, with Sherpen, Williams, Lomas, Stiglitz, Slattery, Schwerman, Lechas, Samiek Talar and Rotaccio on the bench. Lomas gets the nod purely because it was him or Hipper, and Hipper doesn't seem to want to play at the moment, so he won't, is the answer. He's not training well, he's not playing well, he's just not. So we're going to go into the game with this team, which is slightly weaker than we normally go, with a nice snowy pitch. But if we look just for sort of comparison's sake, their top scorer is this guy Majewski. Even from what we can see, he doesn't look a guy we'd be signing on our scouts, say, worse than our fifth, or about equal to our fifth choice striker at best. You'd hope he wouldn't be a threat. This is their starman, Prusinovsky. Again, in terms of our right wingers, he'd be our seventh best right winger. He shouldn't, these guys shouldn't be a threat. Their best assist maker is this guy, Verzinski? I don't know. Anyway, he's a central midfielder who would be our ninth best central midfielder, which, I've played Lechas there, but we know Lechas does his business around here rather than in the middle. You look at their goalkeeper. Their goalkeeper here, he's a player we are going to look at. In fact, I don't know if I started scouting him properly or not. I do need to start scouting him properly because we don't have a goalkeeper for next season. If this guy is actually any good, which I'm sure we'll find out more about today, I might want to consider bringing him in. So we're going to keep an eye on David Lelin. Anyone else, I don't think anyone particularly showed up as being like, watch out for this guy, like he's a threat. So we'll see what occurs. Into the dressing room. I thought about giving a young keeper a chance in this game, actually, because obviously with Kushek's retirement and Sherpen just being a lone player, I need to start promoting people, but I couldn't figure out who I wanted to put in there. Are they matched by the chairman? Sure. Will we find motivation? The prize of victory should concentrate their minds. Not the best weather for football. I mean, to be honest, who cares? How useful is his versatility? It's very useful, like a Swiss Army knife. Right, Gryf Wojherowo. That is the challenge, though, today. We should be able to do some damage to them. I'm going to tell them to get creative early. I'd like to get on the score sheet as fast as we can and see what we can do from there. They are dominating possession early on, which is a bit of a concern, but we'll see what happens. It says to encourage the short passing play, which apparently we're still not doing. I'm sure I put that on. Akira Wright flicks a free kick in. Raggett heads it over the top of the goalkeeper, though. Akira Wright gets an assist. We've got a 1-0 lead 14 minutes into the game. Sean Raggett with a rare goal, second goal of the season, and looks like we've started exactly as I want us to go on. Akira Wright really taking that free kick is an odd selection, but I don't really play with set pieces that much, so it's very possible he was just auto-selected for that. It worked, so we'll go with it. We'll make that happen more often, maybe, and we'll continue onwards. We are going to demand more, though, I think, because I'd like to get a 2 or 3 goal lead. That would be ideal, really show some intent. Obviously, though, Lelin, if he wants to get a move to the big leagues, needs to put in a performance against us, because we are looking for a keeper. He's a cheap option, you would assume. So we'll try and get hold of him as best we can. Zivilic takes the throw in to Akira Wright. Akira Wright tries with the cross. Sterling chests it back to Finson, who I thought was going to pop from there, but Joe Ledley has popped up. Back to Finson. We're going to do something stupid here. We're not just yet. Racic gets the ball forward over the top, finds back on the overlap. Can he get a cross in? He can get a cross in. Is it going somewhere useful? Oh, so close from Sterling. I keep wanting to say Raheem Sterling, but it's obviously not Raheem Sterling. If we'd signed Raheem Sterling, we'd be walking the league. Yeah, things are looking okay. Joe Ledley's got a corner now. What can he do? Gets the ball in, headed clear. Only as far as Raggett, though. I'm not sure he's not going to make himself a hero with a screamer, because that would be bizarre. Racic to Piacek. Piacek flicks the ball over to Sterling. Sterling's through. It's been spilled, but Akira Wright has found his 9th goal of the season. Sterling and Wright combining to create some magic. Who knows? Maybe they're finally being into like a strike partnership. Maybe I found something that works. Maybe the idea of picking players because they want to work hard. Maybe that was the answer all along. And if it is the answer all along, we should have some money to spend, because I'm going to get rid of some players in February, which I don't mind doing, if I'm honest. I need to get some money in for them, and I need to get some reinforcements. So it's 2-0 at half-time at I can't do that. I can't do the name of that stadium. That's not going to happen. Let's just go into the team talk. Everyone seems happy and motivated and working, and we'll see what we can do second half. Let's demand more again. That seemed to work last time. Got us a goal eventually. They feel pressured. Finson and Zivilic feel pressured by that. That's slightly concerning, because they shouldn't feel pressured. They're doing okay. let's do a praise. Let's praise them. Praising them sometimes works, especially if they're leading. They're fired up by the praise. We can see, and now Midyaz has picked up the ball. We need to defend this quickly. Przinjevic has got the ball on the right-hand side. What can he do? He's had his pocket picked by Zivilic, and now Finson picks up. Can we build from here? Finson to Raggett. Raggett with a big ball forward. He finds Kazaya Sterling. Kazaya Sterling threads it through. Akira Wright managed to get on the end of it just. Oh, it's been blocked. Gurka has dispossessed him. It's gone out for a corner, which frankly is just wasteful defending. I like they've just cleared this one tiny corner here. That's useful. That's helped the game immensely. Ledley with a corner. Let's get the ball in. What can we do? Someone pick it up. Racic back to Ledley, you'd hope. He does eventually get back to Ledley. First time cross, but it's far, far too deep. Sterling is there, though. Sterling almost gets it in, but we've got another corner. And this is a good sustained spell of pressure that hopefully will lead to a third goal. Ledley's going to have another pop at it. What can he do from here? Ledley with a corner. Whips it in. The Kiev right heads it over the bar. It's high and it's not at all handsome. And yeah, looking alright, Jankovic is not performing terribly well. Back is also not fully fit, so we have to maybe start making some considerations for both player fitness and in fact, before we get into this highlight, let's take Radislav back off. I'm going to send on Nico Williams because I'd like to see a performance from him. In fact, let's just protect our most tired players. I feels like Ledley coming on is a good idea. It keeps saying Schwerman. I'm going to bring on Retaccio because I just want to have a look at him. In fact, who is our... We'll get to that in a second. Because I need to work out who the best guy for that position is. That's the best bet we've got here. Rzinski, ball back to Hush. Gurka to Ryshinsky again. To Vaniek. Nice little triangles. They're playing some good football. If they've been playing this the whole time, they're very unlucky. But that said, this is probably leading to them scoring a goal, so let's not praise them too much. Jagiello gets the ball across to Hush. Can he get a cross in? Or can we defend it? We've managed to defend it. Piacek with a header, but only as far as Vaniek. Przinovsky, big ball from deep, and I can't fault Kushak for not saving that. That was a screamer. That was an absolute screamer. They've done well to build it. They've done well to make it. They've done well to make things happen, and that is pretty. As conceding goals go, that's pretty acceptable. It did just highlight the point that we've got some tired legs out there. Playing in the snow is not the easiest thing you can do. As anyone who has ever done it can attest, it does drain you a little bit. We're still going to keep with the sub because we still need to make it. And we're back on the attack now with, looks like Zivilic taking the throw in to Sterling. Back to Zivilic. What can Zivilic do? Find something, anything, anywhere. He's been brought down. That'll do us. Piacek, though, decided to carry on with the advantage. Flicks the ball over the top. Williams coming at the back post. Akira Wright has a go. Nothing happens. Akira Wright, though, back to Jankovic. He can't find a way through. They've got many men in front of the ball. Raggett hoofs it over the top. Akira Wright's going to pick this up. Lays it off to Williams. Nico Williams, what can he do? The Welshman, can he get the ball in? Can he do something? Crossover. Akira Wright finishes it off. Oh. That's his 10th goal of the season. Nico Williams did very well just to flick the ball up to him, really. It's almost like Wright left the ball with him. You can see it here. Wright picks up the ball, literally just taps out to Williams, gets himself into position. Williams just kind of holds it up a little bit. Quick flick up. Wright just taps it away on the volley, and that is happy days to one and all. Happy days to one and all. It's 3-1. We're going to make another substitution, I think. It's going to be time to maybe protect... In fact, I said I was going to do this through the tactics screen, didn't I? So we'll do it through the tactics screen because it makes it far easier to see what's going on. We are going to take off... I think we'll take off both Zivilic and Ledley. In fact, we'll just take off... we'll take off Ledley for now. Because, again, I'm not really worried about Zivilic getting himself tired out. We are going to send on Retaccio. We'll send on Retaccio there because he can apparently play the Carriero quite well. It's not his preferred side, but we'll see what we can do. And then I'm going to save that third sub in case Akira Wright gets himself a hat-trick so we can give him that big standing ovation as we leave. Although we are playing away in every round of the Cup this season because of some weird thing where the team that finished highest in the league last season always plays away. And as league champions, that's always going to be us. And we're going to hit the end of the game without a single other highlight. You can feel it coming, so I'm going to take Akira Wright off right now. So we can give him the applause, the appreciation he deserves. We'll send on Samiek Talar because we know he can fill that role. and maybe he'll find his way onto the score sheet. Stranger things have happened. They've got a throw in though. It's late on in the game. If they score here, it could be a bit devastating for our confidence. So I'm gonna throw a concentrate shout out now while I can, because if we concede, they're gonna need it, and if they don't, we're gonna just, at least be persuaded to hold on till the end. It's a shame we couldn't get a clean sheet today, but we don't need to get taken to extra time. Rakic hoofs the ball forward to Jankovic. Jankovic has got options. Samiak Talar is the option he chooses, and he's gone through. Can Talar score himself a goal? He can't. Their blocking has been outstanding, if slightly incompetent. It's not been like impressively on point blocking. It's just been they've been in the way, accidentally in the way. But that's an excellent defensive performance. Rakic has played well. Ragic's played well. Piacek's played well. Finson as the defensive midfielder played well. Nico Williams played well when he came on. That's solid. That's solid defending. Foundation of a good attack. And they look far from inspired. But you've just got through to the quarter-final of the FA Cup. So how about you just get over it? That's the plan. Talking of plans, we're going to go and play Stal-Mielec in a second. Before we do that, I'm going to come back with the quarter-final draw for the FA Cup. And we're back with the moment you've all been waiting for. The draw for the Polish FA Cup quarter-final. The teams in this competition are as varied as Jagiellonia Białystok, Szaglewi Lubin, Hutnik Kraków, and Wigry Suwałki, I think. So we're one of the bigger teams in it, which is okay. We just need to see what's going to happen. So let's do an automatic draw and see what comes out and what just come out first. Just it. Hutnik Kraków at home to Szaglewi. Okay. GKS Tychy at home to Jagiellonia. Raków, we're going to get Raków. I knew we were going to get Raków. It was always going to be the one big team left, and we've got to make it to the semi-final. Okay, I guess we'll come back and we'll tackle that in the next episode. Brilliant. So, the more observant among you will notice that we're now playing Lech Poznan instead of Stal-Mielec, because for some reason the Stal-Mielec game didn't record. So, we drew 1-1, but also we had one of the rarest sights in football. Not only did Dankowski score, but I'm going to show you this goal because if it will let me show you the goal, I'm going to show you this goal because it's a rarity. It's a rarity. And you can see Piacek, man of the match, which is always a positive. But hopefully it will generate this match report quickly so I can show you this goal, because I don't like doing the cutty edity thing. It just takes time. And I can just fill it with talking random nonsense, because that's what I do. Yeah, this is one of the rarest goals I think I've seen on FM, and I enjoyed it very much, and I wish I'd been able to live comment for you. Piacek picks up the ball on the left. Good little mazy run. Just hoofs it right foot into the path of Dankowski, the right back, left back to right back, into the net. Absolute cracker of a goal. Cracker of a goal. So, that's all you've missed. Let's play Poznan. Let's see if we can get a result. We're currently sitting 9th in the table. Poznan are 6th. We'd have to do an absolute number on them to get above them with this, even if we are 3 points apart. But it is possible that we can get, even if temporarily, above Pogon, which is something we would like to achieve. Before I forget, I was going to put the young central midfielder Stupienko in on the bench for Zivalic. Finson has been playing really well recently, so we're going to keep him in. You see his average rating is increasing. Piacek, by the way, an 8.25 average. He's only played about 5 games this season, if that. I think might be less than 5. Played twice, 2 games this season. There we go. But he's looking okay, and I think if he keeps performing the way he's performing, I think maybe we're going to see him long term filling that left back spot. He does have the determination that's building, and the work rate and things I'm looking for as I do this rebuild in the window. So we'll see what happens. The team today: Kuszak, Dankowski, Rakic, Ragic, Piacek, Finson, Ledley, Longstaff, Jankovic, Wright, and Sterling with Sherpen, Williams, Lomas, Folds, Slattery, Schwerman, Lishas, Samiak Talar, and Stupienko on the bench. And we'll see what happens. I'm feeling quietly confident, if I'm honest. So we shall see what occurs. I think we can get a result against Poznan. Lots of players with faces. Any big names? Oh, Gumny, the Polish right back. He looks all right. Apparently, he'd be a quality signing too, and he does tick some boxes. So we're going to give him a good old scouting, just to make sure that scout report is up to date and accurate. Because if we can bring him in, that's good. Van der Hart, a Dutch goalkeeper, presumably. From he's an Ajax product. Imagine he looks good. He could answer some questions for us. Swansea want him, so he's probably good enough for us. We'll give him a look too. We'll have a good old look at Mickey van der Hart, and this guy Tiber is their top performer. Is he a player we should be looking at? Apparently, but he's also 32, and I'm not bringing in a 32-year-old, no matter how good he might be, because we're looking to build now, not just consolidate like we were in the first season when I brought in Joe Ledley. Everyone seems like they know what they're doing. So we'll see. We're walking a little walkout. Fine. Highlight right from the start, which usually either goes nowhere or somewhere. We'll see. Satka's got the ball back. We're pressing already. We're really pressuring them. Let's get a good run in there. Force the keeper to hoof it out wide. Is anyone going to try and take it out off him? They're not, and they're going to hit us on the run as Gumny comes straight forward at us. We're looking for some very good defending right off the bat here. Amaral on the right wing. Lots of Spanish and Portuguese players apparently in this team. Gumny crosses it in. Back as far as Gumny again. They've hit us literally in the first minute. Literally in the first minute they've got us. That is not ideal. We're going to have to get creative already. Some would question the logic of playing positive away at Poznan, a notoriously hard place to go and play. But we just need to start winning, and we're on a good spell of form-ish for this season standards. So I need to see some momentum build. I think is what I'm looking for, and being hit that early will not help things with morale. But also, like I said, if Piacek can keep performing the way he has been, then happy days. Dankovski's got to throw in now to Okierev right back to Dankovski. Dankovski should be looking for a cross anytime soon. Beating his man, gets the ball in, doesn't really get it where he wants to, but we've picked it up with Finson in deep, and out to Piacek on the left wing. So he's going to do the same thing again. Hoofs it in, Dankovski. Piacek to Dankovski again. The miracle has happened twice in one episode. If these guys can keep combining like that, we are in for some fun, boys and girls. We are in for some absolute fun. Finson from the back. Piacek with a beautiful cross on his left peg this time. Dankovski with his head. They've combined. They've got us back in the game, and that is some good, solid stuff. That's what dreams are made of, guys. That is what dreams are made of. But we're on the defensive again now. Pushas to Moda. Moda's back to Pushas. Cross in. Raggett gets it clear, only as far as Sevcik. What can we do here? Come on, let's keep pressing them. Keep pressing. We'll get the ball off them. The closing down is outstanding, but Gumny is completely clear on the left. Piacek needs to get in there and get the ball off him. He has done. He's blocked it, and now we're on a run. Who's going to get there? Gumny's got there first, which is disappointing, but we'll see what we can do from here, because there's still potential. I say potential. They're on the attack now. Pushas to Jozwiak, back to Pushas, ball in. Amaral, he's punished us on the right hand side. It was looking good. This looks like it might be a proper back and forth game, so we're going to get creative again, and we're going to see what we can achieve. It's just, things could have been so different if we'd made more effort to get to that ball. I feel like another thing I'm going to be looking to add in the window is going to be more pace into the team, because we do seem to get beaten to those sort of loose balls more than I'd like us to, and that's always going to get you punished. We're back to dominating possession as well, which is really annoying. Pushas has got another throw in. This could be a complete rerun of the last goal. Moda gets a cross in. Yusuf. And that's got to be time for them to show some passion, because I am not I'm not sinking without a trace here. That is not okay. I think I might go cautious now. I know I said I wouldn't, but I might have to go cautious and try and hit them on the counter, which doesn't necessarily work with a gegenpress. But, you know, desperate times, desperate measures. Definitely wasn't offside. Piaszek, I think, played him onside, actually, which is disappointing. They've been fired up by being asked to show some passion, though. If we can get another goal, maybe we can find our way back into this. That would be the ideal, of course, to get back into the game, and we'll show more passion. More passion, please. They keep being fired up. Piaszek's getting anxious. But we just need to see more now. We need to see more from these boys. Amaral's getting way too much space for his crosses. That's understandable. It's not ideal, but it's understandable. And I'm gonna try and encourage the team. I think actually, Pushas kicks it forward. What can we do now? Yusuf had the ball taken off him, but only as far as Jozwiak. Jozwiak gets the ball inside to Tiba, to Moda. Some good passing play from them. It's a little bit concerning. Our closing down isn't really doing the job. We're kind of sitting back off them as well, which is not the ideal. But hopefully Piaszek keeps getting his foot in, and apparently it was a foul. Tiba, let's get the ball back. Let's get the ball back. Gumney, he shouldn't be at the byline. Whipped in. That was pinball. Dankowski was the guy that cleared it. Tiba's got it though. They're still on the attack. Moda, someone get it clear. Sevcik, Amaral, Gumney, come on, someone get it clear. Anyone get it clear. Someone. Piaszek with the tackle. And it's out for a throw. But dangerous times. Now we've got Keziah Sterling on the ball. He started to look like a bit of a footballer recently. That's a free kick. Two-footed tackle. Saka's going to be off here, and we're going to go back to positive, because if they're going down to 10, we're going to try and take those goals back. That was a definite straight red. I'm not going to disagree with that at all. And now it is time for us to get creative, because the world is now our oyster. We've got 10 men. They've got 10 men. We can press them and we can tire them out. That should be the plan for the rest of the game, really. In fact, see if I can turn the intensity up on where we are already. Out of possession, where the intensity is already up. Let's go to slightly tighter marking, because that's something we do quite well, as I recall. And we'll see what we can do. Piaszek now has got the ball, trying to be a creative force, but he's still got it back to Longstaff. What can we do now? Matty Longstaff, does he have a pop from distance? He's not. He's playing in Dankowski. Dankowski tries for his second of the game, and Kierev Wright tries to follow up. It's not happening, but hopefully Racic can just ping this ball forward and we'll keep the pressure on. Or he can faff. He chose to faff. Raggett can hoof it. Come on, someone forward. There we go, Ledley. Dankowski would have been the ideal, but he's gone to the left to Piaszek. Piaszek we know can create. He crosses it in. Sterling. Oh, Kierev Wright. Brought back for a free kick. I thought we'd achieved something perfect then. Show some passion. Matty Longstaff has picked up a knock. Looks like a pulled thigh, which is not the ideal in any way, shape or form. Rogney to Yusuf. Rogney gets it back. Get it clear. Only as far as Gumney. We know Gumney can punish us with his crossing. Let's get it clear again. Racic gets it clear. Good hoof. Kierev Wright heads it into the path of Sterling, and Sterling's away. Can he score? He's through on goal, 1-on-1. Had 2 chances. Should have done so much better with it. I've got to take Longstaff off. That's going to be a thing that's going to happen. I'm also going to take Jankovic off because he's not performing. Lechas is the recommended. I guess we can make Lechas that guy. Jankovic is going to come off for Slattery. And I have to have a long, hard look at Keziah Sterling, because he might have to be the next guy that follows off, although both our fullbacks are tired from all their marauding too, which is to be expected. They are the sole wide men in the team at this point. We need to push forward. And who's on the throw? Dankowski to Finson, building from the back, which is, you know, dangerous. Slattery's into the game, though. What can Slattery do? Finds Lechas, his fellow substitute. What have we got forward? Forward, nothing there. That was useless. That was a completely useless pass. Now Gumney's running at us. Someone make a tackle. Sterling tries and gets nowhere near him. Piaszczek just completely lost interest in the game. Someone get it forward. Anyone get it forward. Someone do something. Get the ball off him. That'll do. Tiba, take the ball off him. Take the ball off him. Gods. Justviak. Come on, Dankowski, one of the best right backs in the league. Do something with it. Anything. There we go. Good man. Sterling. Oh, he can't head it on, but Slattery's going to pick it up. It's about time Slattery put in a performance. I'm not going to lie. Sterling finds the ball. Sterling from range. Keziah Sterling from miles out. What was that? 25, 30 yards? It's the first time we've seen him score in a live com, I think. Slattery gets himself the assist. Let's have a look at that again. Slattery just plays the ball forward. Draws his man, plays the ball forward. Sterling had space. Absolutely batters that home. That must have been 25 yards. Absolute quality stuff. And now let's encourage them, because in fact they're already working on a push forward, which could work fine. Jorge Felix is trying to clear from deep. Pushas now, they're going to try and hit us on the break again. We need to do something about this breaking that people are able to do against us. Nedley was trying to get the ball back then. That's looking like Lechas is trying to get involved too. The pressing is working. The pressing game is working a little bit. It's just not doing everything we need it to. Tiba, what can we do here? Come on. Lechas needs to just stop watching him. Gumney, someone get in there. Anyone. Ball forward to Jorge Felix. Ball now across to Josviak. Come on, Dankowski, make a tackle here. Yusuf clears through. He's going to score. That was appalling. I think I have seen enough of some of this defending. Racic is the worst offender for defending. Saying send in Matty Folds, but I'm going to give Lewis Lomas a chance to impress me, because we're a sinking ship, and he's got to earn himself a place now. Josviak gets the ball in, easily plays in Yusuf. Frankly, that was a point. I think that was Racic who made the error too. I think it was Racic making some poor defending choices there. So Lomas, we'll see what he can do. I forget where we signed Lomas from. I'm sure it was somewhere good. Sevcik, let's get the ball out. Defending is not going well here. We need to show some passion again. Sevcik gets the ball in. Someone get it. What even was that? Piaszczek, after all of his good performances, gets an own goal. But that was... What was that? Literally, that was keepers. Piaszczek didn't need to slide in there. Didn't need to slide in. Achieved absolutely nothing by sliding in there, and we're going to have to go very attacking. Really try and take the game. In fact, let's do a quick pause. I'm going to do a big old tactical change, a big old tactical shake-up now. I am going to switch this to about as attacking as I can find. We're going to go route 1. We're going to go... We've got the players on the field to do 4-1-4-1, I believe. So we'll do that. Slattery, Lechas. Yeah, I can make this work. Bear with me. Bear with me, I can make this work. Is Wright our best target man? Really? He is. Okay. We're going to go very, very route 1. Very, very attacking. Out of possession, we are going to go super intense on the pressing, try and get the ball back. Mark tightly. In transition, I just want long kicks. Distribute quickly. Distribute to target man. Let's see what we can do. Long kicks, counter. Possession's been lost. We're going to counter press, because we need to, and in possession I just want shoot on sight, ball into box. Absolutely no time wasting. That we don't have time for. Anything else we can do to make things work here? That will do. That will do, Malcolm. Right. Some big tactical changes. A lot of stuff we've never tried before. Real back to basics kind of football. We just need to push the ball forward now, and that's going to be the best we can achieve, I think. I can't believe we've lost 5-2 to 10 men. That's unbelievable. Hopefully we'll salvage some pride. Kushak puts the ball forward. Does exactly what he was told to. Lechas now has the ball on the left wing. We know he's good enough to do something from here. He just needs to find his rhythm. Piacek puts it back over to Lechas. Early cross in. Sterling on the back post. Just over. It's not familiar really playing on the right hand side, but it's the best I had. It was the last throw of the dice. That was all I really had. I should have done that earlier when the man went off, if I'm honest. Still much work to be done. A lot of work to be done. And hopefully this time that's actually recorded, because that was quite intense. Right, this episode seems to have gone on forever for me, probably for you too. I don't know what we're at clockwise, but probably close to 40 minutes, which is long even for me. In the next episode we're going to come back. I think I'm going to do a kind of transfer window update, but before I make any transfers I'm going to go through what I need to do to overhaul this squad, and we'll talk through it. We'll see how we're going to make that work, because I think some people find it interesting how other people think their transfers through, and I need to really do a big overhaul. But in the meantime, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell down there. Socials, hit me on the socials if you want to chat. And yeah, that's pretty much been the game, guys. Until next time, I've been ChasingLamely. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.